All right, let me tell you about the worst night of my entire life. It was my third week as a night guard at the old St. Jude's Hospital. The place had been shut down for over a decade, a massive, decaying building on the edge of town. My job was simple. Walk the halls, make sure no one broke in, and try not to think about the stories everyone told. You know, the usual ghost tales. I'd always laugh them off. I'm a practical guy. I don't believe in that stuff. Or at least I didn't. My shift started at 10 p.m. The first few hours were always the same. An eerie quiet, broken only by the hum of the emergency lights and the sound of my own footsteps echoing down long, empty corridors. The air was thick with the smell of dust and disinfectant, a smell that never seemed to leave. I did my first patrol, checking doors, windows, nothing out of the ordinary. I settled back into my small security office near the main entrance, watching the grainy monitors. It was boring, but boring was good. Boring meant safe. Around 1 a.m., I started my second patrol. This one took me to the older wings of the hospital, places that felt even more forgotten than the rest. The paint was peeling in long strips, and old gurneys sat in the hallways like metal skeletons. That's when I first felt it, a cold spot. Not just a draft from a broken window, but a heavy, penetrating cold that made the hairs on my arms stand up. I checked my flashlight, thinking maybe the battery was dying, but it was strong. I kept walking, trying to shake off the feeling. I reached the west wing, the oldest part of the building, and that's where I saw it. A door I'd never noticed before, at the very end of a dark hallway. It was different from the others. Heavy, made of dark, reinforced wood with a small barred window at the top. But the strangest part was the chains. Thick, rusty chains were wrapped around the door handles, held together by a massive, ancient-looking padlock. And there was a sign, faded and grimy, nailed to the wood. It read, "Do not open. Authorized personnel only." Now my supervisor had given me a full set of keys. He said they opened everything. Curiosity, I guess it's a human flaw, got the better of me. Who were the authorized personnel in a hospital that had been closed for 10 years? What could possibly be so important to lock away like this? My rational mind told me to leave it, to just walk away and finish my patrol. But another part of me, the part that loves a good mystery, was screaming to find out. I found the key. It was old and brass, much different from the modern keys on the ring. It slid into the padlock with a gritty turn. The lock was stubborn, but with a final, groaning click, it sprang open. The chains fell to the floor with a deafening crash that echoed through the silent hospital. My heart was pounding. I took a deep breath, turned the doorknob, and pushed. The door creaked open into absolute darkness. A wave of stale, cold air washed over me, carrying a smell I couldn't place. It was metallic and sweet, like old blood and decay. I shone my flashlight inside. It was a small room, maybe a storage closet or a private patient room from long ago. It was completely empty. Bare concrete walls, a stained floor, and nothing else. I felt a wave of disappointment. All that build-up for an empty room. I stepped inside, sweeping my light around one last time, just to be sure. That was my mistake. The moment both my feet were over the threshold, the heavy door slammed shut behind me. The sound was like a cannon shot. It plunged me into total, suffocating darkness. I fumbled for the doorknob, my hands shaking. I turned it, pushed, pulled. Nothing. It was locked, trapped. Panic started to claw at my throat. I pounded on the door, screaming for help, knowing it was useless. No one would hear me. Then I heard it, a sound from the corner of the room. A soft, wet, scraping sound. I froze, my hand still on the doorknob. My flashlight had been knocked from my hand when the door slammed, and it was somewhere on the floor. The scraping stopped. Silence. Then a whisper. It was right next to my ear. A child's voice, raspy and weak. It said, "Are you the new doctor?" I've never been so terrified in my life. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. I felt something cold and damp brush against my cheek. I finally broke free from my paralysis, scrambling on the floor, desperately searching for my flashlight. My fingers closed around it. I clicked it on, spinning around and pointing the beam where the voice had come from. There was nothing there, just the empty, concrete corner. But the floor wasn't empty anymore. In the center of the room, there was a small, dark puddle that hadn't been there before. And leading from the puddle to the corner where I'd heard the whisper was a trail of wet, child-sized footprints. I didn't think. I just reacted. I threw myself against the door again and again, putting all my weight into it. On the third try, there was a splintering crack, and the door flew open. I stumbled out into the hallway, gasping for air, not daring to look back. I ran. I didn't stop to grab my things from the security office. I just ran out the main entrance and into the night. I never went back. I called my supervisor from a payphone and quit on the spot. I didn't tell him why. How could I? He'd think I was crazy. To this day, I don't know what was in that room. I don't want to know. Some doors are meant to stay closed for a reason, and some places are better left abandoned, with their secrets locked away in the dark. I learned that the hard way. So if you ever see a door that's chained and locked with a sign telling you to stay out, trust me, just walk away. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've had a similar experience or just love a good scare, hit that subscribe button. You never know what other secrets might be waiting in the dark.